everyone. Welcome to this edition of Frank Talk. As usual, with Ali Jalal. With me here is Salemi Nusa, a poet, writer, and a founder of a literary organization, Poetic Initiative. We're going to talk about the rise of literary activities in northern Nigeria, the challenges, the reception, and the impact so far. Welcome to the show, Salim.
Thank you, Aliu. Hello, everyone.
How do you see literature generally in northern Nigeria?
Well, northern Nigeria is a space that is rife with literature because when you look at the past, we have these amazing writers, Zainab Al-Ghali, Abubakar Imam, and others, and they have done so much in poetry, writing in general and stuff. So right now we are seeing a renaissance of that creativity, that genius from northern writers, because all over the 19 states and beyond, we are seeing a spurt in creativity and in writing. So yeah, writing is generally is coming back. Literature is coming back to northern Nigeria.
Okay. So what do you think are the causes or lead to such coming back or the rise of literary activities all of a sudden in northern Nigeria? Do you think there are factors that can explain?
Yeah, I think when you look at the world is now a connected place.
Yeah.
There is internet.
There's more information.
So yeah, we see and we read more from people, and then we are also inspired with our own stories, with all the things that are happening. You see people being inspired from their pain and from their journey as just people, and then they channel that into writing, be it poetry, be it prose, be it fiction, be it non-fiction. So I think the internet really helped in making people see beauty in writing and sharing their works, and then also people have been writing from time immemorial. So yeah.
So talking about literary activities in northern Nigeria, what are some of the most notable literary platforms we have in the north, and how do they contribute to the development of literature in the region?
Yeah, I think that's a very good question. We have Hilltop in Minna, founded by B.M. Zukugi, and it has spread to almost all the northern states in Nigeria. They have a center, they tutor and mentor students. We have Open Arts, where we do the House International Book and Arts Festival. We have Kaba Fest. We have Poetic Initiative, whereby we are both online and offline, also creating, a network of writers and poets, mentoring students, doing book chats and stuff. We have Ayamba Litcast, Purple Silver, Yoruba Peace and Arts Festival, KB Poetry Club. They are literally all over the 19 northern states, and they are all doing what they know how to do best in their own little way and making impact. So you can see all the proteges of all these literary organizations online. You'd see writers, you see spoken word artists, we are all over, and that's a very beautiful thing to see.
Yeah. There is this question that some people would ask, so what is the actual value of literature? What is the actual value of poetry? What is the actual value of fiction? What is the actual value of narrative non-fiction as well? So so what do you think it contributes in one or the other? Or does it solve any problem? Does art or literary arts solve any problem in any way? And how does it do that?
Okay, I think for me, when someone asks me this question, I first try to narrow it down to myself as a writer, because I know the value that arts and literature have added to me, and I know the value that I've added to society. You become a better person, you become a better thinker, you try to solve problems in your immediate community, and that alone. You don't have to go all out, you don't have to go all big and march on the streets. Every change, everything starts from the mindset. And once you are able to have a very good mindset, you are able to convince people to do the right thing, to be productive members of the community and society. I think that is the most important thing. So you can see that, you can see the most notable writers and thinkers, Gimba, Abubakar Gimba, and Bala Usman and the rest. These people are thinkers and writers, and they have done a very great service to their communities by just being thinkers, by just being writers, by just appreciating and being part of literature.
Yeah, they contribute in the part of the conversation of how society should be and the challenges of society. So, like, are there challenges in how society receive literature? Because since, like, historically we are not like dominantly a very literary society, I may say. So, like, do you think there's a challenge in how the society receive literature as a whole, or people are dismissive of the value of writing in general?
I think generally we have this problem of out of school children. And so not just out of school, those children translate into adults, and those adults are the ones that form the society. So if we have people that are not going to school, we're definitely going to have problem with people that will not be very receptive to other ideas, especially what they would deem as Western or something like that. So of course there are those challenges, because when you try to bring something contrary to what someone knows and is used to, it will be met with hostile reception. And so it's left to you as a person to know how to overcome, to know how to convince and make that person see, the value in what you are trying to bring. You just don't, match their energy with aggression and stuff. You have to also come down to their level, explain to them, okay, this is what we are doing. It is good for you. It is good for the society, and you're not doing anything that is contrary to your beliefs or your culture or your religion. So I think that's the major issue. When people don't accept what you bring, you have to find a way to push it to them, to make them see what you're trying to say. You're not bringing any alien ideology. You're just, trying to add value to the community.
Yeah. You are a founder of a literary organization, Poetic. Yes. Have you been given like training to those school children on how to develop their writing skills or something like that? And how do you confront that issue?
Yes. So basically, Poetic Wednesdays initiative, promotes literature and literary activities in northern Nigeria, and we operate both online and offline. And some of our activities include, like you mentioned, mentoring students, secondary school students. We go to schools, we talk about literature, we talk about, just writing in general, and making them see why they should read and write. And we also do book chats. We invite members of the public, come sit down, we bring an author, he discusses his books, open mics, poetry, and the rest. So it's literally just providing a platform where people can just be themselves and, just try to find their footing in the literary society. So we are starting by catching those young students, catching them young. Once someone is in secondary school, when you're in secondary school, you're still trying to find your footing in life. So if writing and reading is your calling, we are going to help you achieve that. And if it is not, maybe you can just read for fun or for, enlightenment. Writing culture is dying, and this is something we're really passionate about. We're trying to bring back by doing book drives and, just open mics, just putting it out there on the internet and the rest. So I think it is better than just bickering on the internet all day and spewing hate and enmity between ourselves.
Yes. Okay, mentioned that you guys have been like mentoring secondary school students, and they are presumably teenagers.
Yeah.
And so like in the world where it's dominated by popular culture, music, films, and social media, and all of them, how do you think that you can assess their responses as encouraging? Because you are dealing with young adults, and those are people who might be more interested in music and other entertainment than actually reading and writing. Yeah. So do you feel like you have achieved a kind of success in trying to encourage them?
Yes, I would definitely say a very big yes, because right now there's this surge in popularity when it comes to spoken word poetry and poetry in general. Everybody wants to write, everybody wants to be acknowledged as a writer. And so every single day you would see,
even if they do not earn it, they want to be right. Yes.
Yeah. I just feel like not everybody would grow the way you want them to grow, and not everybody would be that ideal student that you want them to be. but then at least that effort is what matters. I want to, and I'm putting an effort to do that.
That's true.
So, of course, every single day you open your messages, you would see, please, sir, I want to learn how to write. I want to be a poet. And of course, it's not easy because you just don't wake up and be a poet.
That is impossible.
So, but then at least you see that effort and you try in your own little way to just do your part in, making their journey easier. So, music, I think it's all in the mindset. Music, pop culture, we all watch that, I think. But we don't allow them to get carried away, with the whole tide. We also have our own thing and we have to express ourselves. And I think the easiest way you can do that right now is when you pick up a pen and you write, or you recite a poetry and something like that. You put your work out there, people will see it, will appreciate it. So I think that's why a lot of young people don't really get carried away with all that, because this medium, just the internet has made it very easy for them to express themselves and to put their works out there. So it is getting easier, and the response is very encouraging. That's why we keep doing it, because many young people want to join.
So, if this continues, or how do you see the future of literary writing or literary activities in northern Nigeria? Do you think, like in the next 20 years, we will produce maybe writers like Chinua Achebe from the north, or something like that?
We will produce better. Yeah, because when you just check the writers, the caliber of writers we have right now. I was literally asking this question yesterday on my Twitter. Do you think you have written your magnum opus, or there's still time? And every single response I have received was that there's still time. And those people that answered have written some fantastic pieces of art. So I think, with this rise of platforms everywhere, they are just there, and they are honing people, they are connecting them to the right mentors. The sky is our starting point. You can see when you go to Kaba Fest, Abu Fest, and Hibaf, and all the other literary festivals.
What is Hibaf?
That's Hausa International Book and Arts Festival. The first international book and arts festival in Hausa.
In Nigeria or in the world?
It's international, actually. Okay. In Bristol. And
sponsored by Bristol University,
yes.
Right?
So it's amazing when you just go there and see the kind of things that have been produced both in Hausa and in English, and writers just reveling in their own clique and putting out fantastic piece of works. So I just believe the future is just vast, for everyone. You just get ready.
Yeah, I will repeat this question. Although you answered a bit, I would like to put in a different angle. There is this question: how does literature shape thinking, or how does literary writing shape? Because, in Nigeria, we have a lot of problems, from political, social, economic, and from everywhere. There are a lot of challenges in the country. So, and in the domain of literature, how does literature, in its way, and no matter how little, try to shape the thinking of individuals and society for the better? How do you think that is achievable? Or that is thing literature has been doing, if it's actually been doing?
I think literature provides this place for a discourse. It reaches people to do a discourse, and that discourse is the one that would be probably used or heard by the policy makers, and those policies would translate into laws and policies, of course. And that is what shapes the society. Readers are leaders.
Yes, that's true.
So if we have leaders that are vast in literature, and they have read from different societies and cultures, and they know how to move with their own society and culture, know what to borrow, know what not to borrow, I think that would enrich them, that would broaden their horizon, enrich their minds, and would give a better room and a better opportunity for a discourse that would translate into laws and all the rest of that stuff. I hope that answers the question.
Yes, that's true. We can argue that we have very low reading culture in this part of Nigeria, or although it's a Nigerian phenomenon, let's turn it down to northern Nigeria. So, what do you think we can actually do to tackle, especially in the younger generation?
Yeah, I think, like you mentioned, it's not just another Nigerian problem.
Yes,
It's
it's
actually
everywhere.
a general problem right now in the world because we are dominated
In the internet
with
and
the
all of it.
internet, and
Yes.
people just get carried away with all the inanities of it. I think we have to catch up with all those things. If the readers are not coming to us, we should go to them. We should go to them with books and, try to entice them into joining the trend, the reading gang.
If in the future you give birth to a son and a daughter, and you want that child to be a reader, how would you do?
Of course, I would be reading to my child. I would encourage my child to read. I would buy him books.
From what age? Or from the beginning?
From when he was since when he is in his mom's tummy, I will start reading to him. And of course, there are things that right now, even if you don't like reading, you would definitely read books, like audio books. You can just listen to these books while you're walking or something like that. Yeah. So you don't have to really carry a book.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to even be seen as a nerd, you can listen to books. There are audio books all over. There are soft copies. You can just go to conversations and mingle with writers and stuff. So I think we just have to make it more enticing. We have to show these young people, the importance of reading and writing and the culture itself. So it starts from you and me. It starts from how we interact with people and our families and how we make them want to be like us.
Okay. Yeah, a recognized writer, I would say. And people have come to me a lot of times saying, tell me, please, how do I start writing? When people come to you and ask this question, I know that you have encountered a lot of people who have asked you this question before. So if somebody say, I want to be a writer or I want to start writing, what is your usual response to that?
I say, go and start reading.
Yeah.
And just if they tell me, what do you read? I tell them, what do you like reading? What is your general interest? Okay, just be deep in that. Love what you do, love what you read, and then from there we take it forward. And then the people that push, maybe I recommend books to them. I do recommend books based on their interests, and then we see where it goes from there. If they are actual readers or they just want to hop on the trend of being bookworms and stuff.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Thank you for being with us throughout the session with this insightful comment from Salim Inusa, the founder of Poetic Wednesdays Initiative. So with this, we have come to the end of this show. Meet us next time, same time. Thank you so much.